Welcome to At Home with Music. I'm Leon Olguin. You know, I've been working hard today on my next video, and I got to the end of the working day and I realized it's Valentine's Day. As I'm recording this, it is February 14th. Now, actually, my wife and I are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day a little bit later this month. Near the end of February, we're going down to Athens, Georgia, to hear one of our favorite musical groups. It's actually a vocal group called Voces 8. They're from England, and they're basically like a little choir, 8 people, but they're all extremely talented singers, highly trained too. And they sing classical choral music. They do arrangements of pop songs and folk tunes and just about anything that you could imagine. So I'm really looking forward to it. Their music, it really gets you emotionally. Just the beauty of human voices joining together. Totally a cappella. They don't use any instruments. It's all done with their voices. And so they've got some sopranos, altos. They even have a fellow who sings countertenor, which is essentially a man who is singing in a falsetto voice in the alto range. But his voice has been so well trained and so strong that it just blends right in. It doesn't sound weird at all. It's just beautiful music. If it fails to move you emotionally, then there might be something wrong with you. So I'll put a link to one of their videos in the description, and you can just look them up on YouTube. Just put them in the search bar, and you'll find all kinds of videos that they've done. And I guarantee if you like choral music, you will be amazed at what 8 people can do. It's beautiful. Also, I'm curious, as a songwriter, as a lover of songs, I have my own favorite love songs, and I'd be curious to find out what your favorite love song is. It could be from any era. Maybe there's an old standard that you really love, or a pop song from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whenever. What's your favorite love song? What is it about that particular song that causes it to be one of your favorites? Maybe it's the melody, the arrangement, the lyrics. I'll tell you, one of the songs that I've been listening to lately is from a group from the 60s. Actually, they're still going, but back in the 60s, they started out as Sergio Mendes and Brasil 66. Maybe you've heard of them. From around the same time as you might have heard of Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. They ended up on Herb Alpert's record label, A&M Records. Anyway, there's a song that they put out way back in 67, 68, and it's called Like a Lover. And so I'm going to put the lyrics to that particular song in the description, plus a link to the video. And I would strongly encourage you, if you are a lover of beautiful music, you ought to be listening to this song, because I believe it's one of the most beautiful love songs ever written. And it's sung by Lonnie Hall. She was the lead singer of the group back then. She was barely out of high school. I think she was 19, early 20s. She ended up marrying Herb Alpert, and they are still married to this day, and they're still out doing music, even though they're both in their, well, she's pushing 80, and I think he is over 80 now. But nevertheless, beautiful song. I encourage you to take a listen to that as well, and anything you can find on YouTube from Brasil 66. Great music. It really brings the flavor of Brazil here into America. They were extremely popular back in the 60s, and they've kept going through the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even to this day. Sergio is still at it. Very talented pianist, very talented arranger. Anyway, I hope that you've had a wonderful Valentine's Day. My next video will be coming out on Friday. We're going to be talking more about modes, demonstrating some songs that employ modes, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Thanks for watching, and please be sure to like the videos that I put out, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I encourage you to do that as well. I thank those of you who have recently subscribed. I really, really appreciate it. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.